Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brad Hurt. My phone number is 864-236-1680, or you can email me at dyslexicgeniushurt@gmail.com. I'm back on the final assembly of the Excelda reproducer, and I'll show you a few things that have to be done. I've cut the gasket material for the diaphragm right here, but one thing I do when they're hard to get together in the back one, I take a little bit of the gasket material, this silicone gasket material, and I slice off a piece, and then I cut it down to a little piece, and I stick it in the hole here, and in the hole here. I wiggle them back and forth together. It's kind of tough, but it puts them together like this for the back ring.
You make a connector then.
I make a connector for that. The other thing is, like the diaphragm and the gasket, and you have the gasket, diaphragm, gasket, and then you put the back on. I did this off camera. This is the same way with this. You have a gasket in here, and then under here, you have another gasket, white gasket material like this, that came apart like that. It's very hard to do these. You have to put everything together, and then you have to push down with your finger. And then I do the little wax trick I've showed in other videos where I put beeswax in the slot of the screw. This is the needle bar screw for the mica that goes in that hole right there. I've already pre-done that. And I do that with a screwdriver, and once you get one locked in place, everything tightens down, and then you can hit the other two screw holes. But you have to remember that you have to line everything up. This hole here has a little pin that comes out which locks into the reproducer when it's playing. So you have to remember when you take them apart, where's that pin? So I've built the gasket. Now we will put the mic in that I've cleaned with Windex.
So you've got the first gasket.
First gasket in.
And now the mica.
Now what you have to do is you have to set the mica to the center hole. The center holes are always a little bit bigger than the thread on the screw that goes into the needle bar. That way you have a little adjustment because you don't want the mica hitting the edge. And the nice thing about using the wax that sounds good. You take the excess wax that you had on your there we go. I had the excess wax from the screw hole, which I use my soldering iron to re-wax the end. And that makes it much easier and much quicker. Now what we'll do is we'll do this side, which I like to turn them this way. Always blow them a little, makes it quicker to see where the wax is going. And there we go.
And that just seals it?
That just seals it. You do this on every reproducer with a mica. Now we'll set this in place. Perfect. Should suck down. And now you will take and it's sucked down. Now you take a screw, you put a little oil on it. Line up. That one hates me. I'll go to another one. The first one's always the hardest one. Now you know how much work I do off camera. Now I'll continue with the other three, but you can hear this. Sometimes they're a little bit of a booger because you have to push down, because you'll see this gap here. This is where you have to push down on the gasket material. That becomes hard aligning those three little screws. So I'll finish off those last two screws and we'll be ready to go. And that's my tip for the day.